Hello everyone, just thought I'd go ahead and make another little video of me chatting here. It is a rainy morning, as you can see. Just the camera here. We are on US 1. I'm heading to work. What a mess. It's been like raining non-stop. I know, I need to change the wiper blade out. I may swap it out for a little blue too. Put that blade on here. Supposedly Walter's friend Nick is coming over sometime, although the rain's been chasing him away, to help me try to get the van running. When I say the van, I mean Little Blue 2. I'm hoping that this rain clears up soon so that Nick can try to come over and work on the vehicle. In the meantime, if I can make it through to this weekend, I think we'll be okay. I get paid, I can start to get some bills paid off, and try to get things caught up. I think I'll be less stressed. These past 3 weeks have been something else, It's like one thing after another. But can you see all these cars here now? It's like this area is like growing. It's crazy. Brevard County used to be so empty, but I think over the last 15 years, it's like exploded. I think you heard my rant about the drive on the beach side, and how before you could, A1A, you could look over towards the beach and actually see the sand dunes and the water and everything in the distance. Nowadays, pretty much when you drive down A1A, all you ever see are condos, pretty much everywhere. The area's been growing by leaps and bounds, but I'm looking at this morning traffic and it's crazy. As you can see here, Rusty Iron Van is running fine, and after our overheating episode yesterday, I now know that the temperature sensor and gauge works, which makes me feel better, because right now, even though we still have the leaky radiator fluid, really, I've been just adding plain water, by the way, not actual fluid, but water, just because I'm pretty much having to replace it when I get to work. Before I head to work and before I head home, I have to put in one whole, 75% of one whole container. The antifreeze container, the plastic ones, the big ones. But what's making me feel good about knowing that the temperature gauge works is this. Right now, the gauge is still below medium. So the system's holding, and I'm running at 4,000 RPM. So the system's not heating up. It's staying within operational range, which on most vehicles is between a quarter to half. At least that's been my experience. Usually the temperature sensor should be between a quarter and a halfway. Right now it's slightly below halfway. And what's interesting is I do have the air conditioner running so that the car doesn't fog up in this moisture, with the rain out here. So the car runs, just doesn't run fast, and eats a lot of gas while we're driving in second gear. Like, I will probably need to get gas again today before I head home. Otherwise, I will run out of gas before I get home. I'm looking forward to getting back into Little Blue 2 again. Now, if it's clear this weekend, if it stops raining, I think I'm going to go ahead and try to do the episode that I think some of you might be looking forward to, with the build of Rusty Iron Van. Because this one is going to be a really quick and cheap build for emergency survival, and then I'm doing that another episode, but also potentially to camp out in this van. I might decide to camp over with it. And I know you guys have seen my last videos. I've been kind of a little bit down, I think because I miss being in the van. It's nice to have a sticks and bricks and stuff, but there's a lot of stresses that go on with being in a house. You've got in addition to all the additional bills that you have to pay, you also have to deal with neighbors. And you know, that can be a stress factor. So with van dwelling, at least, you know, if you don't like your neighbors, you can pack up and leave. So there's a lot of benefits to van dwelling, and it's one of the reasons it's hard for me to, you know, get back into sticks and bricks, especially in a city environment. I think if I were living out in the boonies somewhere, you know, where there weren't too many neighbors, or they weren't close by, or they were cool, it wouldn't be so bad. But if you look at most neighborhoods nowadays, the houses are like packed, almost stacked one on top of the other, you know. Now, Walter has a decent yard and stuff, but his neighbors are like only about, what, I think about 16 feet away on each side. 12 to 16 feet away. That's not much room at all. You know, you're right on top of each other. You can even hear what's going on in the next house. So, look forward, well, anyhow, as I was saying, look forward to the build, the emergency build on Rusty Iron Van. I hope to keep the cost under $100, and that should include a kitchen and sleeping quarters and a bathroom, sort of. So stay tuned for that. You see all the cars on US 1 this morning? Those are all the southbound. I'm heading northbound right now towards Cocoa. But look at all these cars. They're all jammed up. This is the morning commute. Everybody's heading south. I don't know where they're heading to. Probably work. Wow, it's jammed up. But this is how my morning commute looks. Well, normally it doesn't look like this when it's not raining, but this is how it looks today. I wish this rain would, you know, I appreciate rain and all because it lets the plants grow, but it's been like almost a week of solid raining. So, this is really, really bad. And I know that the trailer park is going to be flooded. And the significance of that is this. They don't have drainage there. The city came by to, you know, the management called the city, and they came by to take a look, and there's no drain pipes, no drain holes. So that standing water has been here since the hurricane, which is 3 weeks ago. And it is about, in parts of it, about 8 or 10 inches deep. Yeah. And with this constant rain, I suspect it's even deeper today. So trying to drive a vehicle through there is really dangerous. Your vehicle can stall out, but it can also take some damage if water gets up into the engine. So that's a concern. Where I've been parking is kind of dry ground, but there are whole sections. Maybe when we get there, I'll take the video out, the camera out, to show you what it looks like. It's pretty bad. Well, police just went by me, and he didn't pull me over for going too slow. Although I am in the fast lane. Maybe I'll move into the slow lane now. There's people are going in the slow lane faster than me because I'm at 4,000 RPM, and I refuse to go faster because I don't want to blow this engine. But I think I'm moving fast enough that even the sheriff is ignoring me, just passing me on the wrong side. He could ticket me, but for those of you who aren't familiar with driving, when you're in a two-lane road like this, in America at least, in most places, the general rule is if you're a slow vehicle, you're supposed to be on the right-hand side, and the left-hand side is where they will pass the vehicles that decide to go faster. So I was probably making some people mad there, holding people up. But that's typically the rule. I know in Texas they'll actually ticket you for that. But you can see in Florida, the sheriff just drove right by me, just ignored me, and just passed me on the wrong side. The left side is for passing. And if you're in a 3-lane road, you know, all going in the same direction here, then I think it's still the same rule applies. The right lane is for slow-moving vehicles and vehicles exiting. The middle lane is for cruising vehicles, and the far left lane is for passing vehicles. I know that a lot of you know this, so you're saying, why is Denoy teaching us driving? Man, I don't know. Just because the sheriff passed me, he could have ticketed me. There you go, see people passing on the fast lane. Well, this video is running a bit long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it now. And just want to thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all you guys watching the videos and commenting and sharing your thoughts. I want to know I'm thinking of each and every one of you, and appreciate your support. Thank you. You guys have a great day now.